Hey guys, hi, this is Adam, Abou-Shehada. Thank you for tuning in to ZIN Talk today. I've got a guest today, and it's José Rodríguez. He's a jammer based in Maryland, USA. Now guys, before I bring him on, okay, I need you to say hello, say hi, leave some questions. We'll answer as many as we can. Okay, there is also a poll, so it's a yes or no answer. That'd be brilliant. Let's bring him on. Hey Jose, how you doing? You good?
Hey, good. How are you?
Bless you, I'm really good. I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. So super excited.
Brilliant. So tell us about your Zumba journey, how you became a Zumba instructor, how you came about being a Zumba jammer.
Well, right. So I go all the way back to moving to the United States. I moved here when I was about 15, 16, and I, at that point, lived with my cousin, her family, and my mom and dad. And at that point in my life, moving to a different country, a whole different culture, and all these things, I was so like detached from everything else that was happening except for like me. And my cousin decided, oh, like we should try out and take some Zumba classes at the gym. At that point in my life, I had never heard of Zumba at all. I'm like, what are you talking about? But I went with her, and I really, really enjoyed it, mainly because as Latino and as a Dominican person, it was a space where I felt that I could be close to my culture. And to dance, work out, I was a little overweight. So I started Zumba with my cousin and her, and eventually she became an instructor because she's a dance teacher. She owns a dance studio. And I kept going to her classes and like not in any way, shape, or form thinking that I would ever become an instructor. That was just not in my mindset at all. But her classes became very, very popular. And with that became a higher demand for the for students, for instructors, that is. So she said we should become an instructor. I was like, me? An instructor? Like never. I don't think so. And she's like, no, just trust me, just do it. I'm like, I don't have any dance background. Like I just dance for fun. But like, I don't know anything about dance. Like, I was very not in that set. But I did go to the training because she kept saying you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. I did it. I loved it. My B1 SES was Ann Sally.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the first SESs, and she was amazing. In my training, I was probably the youngest person. I was 19 at the time. So it was really cool experience. Everyone was just so happy, so welcoming, so just excited to see a guy, first of all, like dancing, like, oh, a guy dancing, that's great. An 18-year-old. And ever since then, I did that training. I started teaching. Classes became like my priority, basically. I was going to school at the same time, so I was doing both of them. And yeah, I kept teaching and teaching and teaching. And about a year ago, I applied to be a CJ. I went through the process, and I became a CJ. What made me do it? I guess I've always wanted to be a CJ. I feel like from the very first time I took a Zumba jam session, which was like 3 years after becoming an instructor. So I've been an instructor for about 9 years or 10. Well, I always get confused. And I took my ZIN jam session with.
So yes. When did you take your B1?
Oh, sorry. My B1 was in 2011.
2011. You've been doing Zumba for how long before that?
That was my B1. So 2011.
And you did. So you did Zumba beforehand. You went to classes, isn't that right?
Oh yes. Maybe like 2 years, 2 or 1 year, something like that. So I was probably a student for about 2. I think I want to say 2 years. I'm not 100%.
Yeah. That sounds about right. No, it's good. And so about 2009, you probably got acquainted with Zumba, and about 2011, say you became a Zumba instructor. You took your B1. When did you become a jammer?
I became a jammer about a year ago, so 2019.
So 2019, you're pretty fresh. I thought you were a jammer
Yeah,
for a few years, to be honest with you. So I was thinking, what? Last year? I'm thinking, I'm sure that
yeah,
something
brand
needs to be
new, brand new to
rectified.
the like. Last convention was my first convention as a Zumba jammer.
Oh,
So
lovely. That
yeah,
was good. So you went to the ZJ meeting and everything. That was pretty
yes, for
good.
like
Yeah, yeah.
first day of school.
Oh, lovely. No, it was good. I thought seriously, I thought you were a jammer for longer than that. I probably was aware of you for much longer than that. Anyway, do you see what I mean? So no, it was really good. Oh, it's cool. That's brilliant. So how has it been so far? It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It is something that I always wanted to do. Um, I took my first jam session with Eddie Fajardo. He's from New York,
Hmm.
and ever since I took his jam session, I felt like, oh my god, this is something I would love to do. Fast forward, I'm a CJ now, and I've been able to do amazing things like um, teach choreography to the people that I became instructors with, or like I would teach with all the time, and then to change that scenario to like teaching them choreography. It's really cool. I've been able to travel within the U.S. to like do different jam sessions, and that's always super interesting because you're getting to see a whole other community of people that do Zumba that love it, and you just get really inspired. Um, so yeah, I feel like every experience that I've had through the program has been like very joyful and something that I really really like.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant. It was good. Yeah, no, that's good. That was new to me, so it was brilliant. Let's have a look. So we've got a few peeps saying hello. We've got Z Erica Wentworth. She gives lots of love. We've got
Hey Eric.
Deborah Bergman. She says so
Oh.
excited to see this. You've got Angie. You've got Jade. We'll say hello. That's brilliant. So, Jose, we can elaborate more on the ZJ thing as well a bit later. Have you taken any specialty trainings? And if so, which is your favorite?
So I actually only taken continuing education. I've taken my pro scales and I've taken my B2 and my rhythm street recently,
Hmm.
but specialty only strong.
Oh, bless you. So you've done Strong Nation. Oh, that's brilliant. Are you enjoying that?
I'm not currently teaching it right now, but I do love it
Hmm.
and I miss it right now. But during this whole pandemic, I haven't found like the right tools to like teach it from home. But
Yeah.
I absolutely love the program.
Yeah, nice, awesome. So, out of the three you've taken, obviously you did your B1, your B2, or now they call it R2 now, I think it is.
R2, correct.
Yeah, yeah. And then they've got Pro Skills. Which one was your favorite? Obviously, your B1 is a special no, special
Yeah.
one. What did you think of the other two?
Um, I mean, yeah, like you said, the B1 is like very special, but I want to say the pro skills for me was like very changing. I felt like I knew what I was doing, and then I took pro skills, and I was like, wow. And I took it at convention with Mario um, from, I believe he lives in Dubai. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it was
Is
just
it
very eye
Mario
opening.
Guterres? Is it?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
he's from Israel. Yeah, yeah. No, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I took it with him, and it was just very, very eye opening. I think every swim instructor at some point should take it
Hmm.
because we just learned so much that maybe in your B1 there's just not enough time to cover, or maybe you need the experience of teaching a class first, in my opinion, and then taking that pro skills kind of really like opens your eyes after like teaching your classes and all that. So yeah, I think that's definitely the one that I hands down probably favorite training.
Yeah, Pro Skills is awesome. No, I completely agree with you. I think it's one of my favorite, at least continuing education. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It is really good. Definitely. Did you do it at convention by any chance?
It was a convention,
Yeah, I
so
thought
there
so
was
because he does
500
assessment.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
but
was
it's still
500.
it's still really good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and most people will say try to take a training where there's less people so you get more attention and like there's less distractions and all that. But for pro skills, I felt like the big amount of like the that large amount of people was actually helpful, um, because then you had to teach those people. Like I during my training, there's a part where they ask, would someone like to volunteer and go on stage and teach? And I did it, and for me that was like so like great that I was able to teach that many people and like just test myself. So I thought for me particularly the big group of people was actually a good thing, not a bad one.
Yeah, no, it's good. You know what? If you're really interested and you want to know about it, you'll be engrossed in it, and you'll be interested and you want to know about it, and you'll be connected. So it shouldn't be 30 or 500. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. No, yeah, definitely. That's good. We've got Janine. She loves it that you're on, and she says pro skills helps you to become a better instructor.
100% agree. I think that's a training that everyone should definitely take.
Definitely. So, is there anyone that inspires you? It could be Zumba related or otherwise.
I feel like I find inspiration from literally everyone. But especially I will say my fiance, he's a dancer. And just until recently he was professionally dancing. So any choreography that I have ever made, he has had to watch it 100 times because I'm like, hey, will you come and dance with me so I know like how this looks? He's like, another one, like, yes. So definitely him, number one. But honestly, everyone, like, just to drop some names, Mansoor Kalan, like, he's amazing. Henry, I used to be his assistant. So Henry Cedeño from Miami.
Cedeño,
yeah. So I used to be his assistant, and because of that, I was able to just learn a lot from him as a CJ, as a presenter, as a person. So he's definitely someone that's inspired me so much. John Gonzalez, who's no longer doing jamming.
Yeah.
It makes me sad, but whatever works for him. And oh my god, I feel like I'm missing so many people.
You get
anyone in
my
community.
Don't worry, I'm sure.
They know who they are. My cousin, the person who pushed me to be an instructor. I don't know. I feel like there's just so many people. I don't think there had ever been a time where I have gone to a Zumba class and not learned something. Like, there's always something that someone's doing that I'm just like, whoa, I really like that. Even in my jam sessions. Like, I'll be doing a jam session and I'm doing a step, and somebody will say, oh, what about if I cannot do this? Can I do that? And I was like, yes, actually, I like that even better than what I just did. So yeah, I feel like everyone in some way, shape, or form inspires me.
Oh, brilliant! That's brilliant. Is there a favorite rhythm?
Well, I guess I gotta be biased in this one. Salsa has always been my favorite. Mainly because I feel like it has the perfect balance between sexy, quick, and I don't know, it's just sexy and quick. That sounds like a bad combination. Anyways, salsa is my favorite, but then I'm also Dominican, so I really like dembow. I really like bachata. I really like merengue. But yeah, definitely hands down, salsa is like the one rhythm that can.
I thought you were going to go through all the rhythms. I mean, listing them all.
yes, every single rhythm.
But so you're a salsa rhythm jammer, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so it wasn't a hard one to guess, to be honest with you.
No, I'm actually reggaeton. No, I'm kidding. I'm
not. Brilliant. So, what would your advice be to a new Zumba instructor?
In terms of like just getting themselves ready to teach and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's in general in life, you always are able to learn something new. So as an instructor, we go in, we take our B1, we have all this information inside, and then we go out there and we start teaching. And just being open to the idea that even us being the teacher, we're going to be able to learn something new along the way and at all times. It's the most thing. So just being open to learning, I guess. It's the main idea that I'm trying to bring. Be open to criticism, positive criticism. Do not take it personal ever. Like at the very beginning when I first started teaching, if someone didn't come to my class but went to somebody else's class, I was like, how dare you? But as I grew up, I realized that it's not personal, and if they want to come, they can come. If they don't want to come, they don't have to. And I think for me, the minute I started doing that, I grew. So just to summarize it, don't take it personal ever. Keep learning at all times, and just remember why you did it. So as we get, like me being a 10 years, I always get confused how many years. But me being like an instructor for so long, we tend to forget what was the reason why we did it at the very beginning, and just going back to that reason. So like if you get upset about, I don't know, attendance in your class, or not be able to like get a class in a gym, like for some X or Y reason, any of those things, do not let them bother you. Just keep always thinking of why you did it in the first time, and how far you've come since then.
That's you, of course. You know how I look at it? I always looked at it like, have a confidence in yourself, and believe in yourself, and know that when they go elsewhere, they come back, they know what they've left. For example, I mean, even if they left you just for a week, and next week, at least they realize your worth, right?
Yeah, I have a funny story about kind of like not giving up and things like that. So the first year that the Rising Presenter program came out, for those of you who don't know, Zumba chooses a Rising Presenter to represent the brand, I guess, in a larger scale. And they do this some sort of competition. In reality, it's just more about showcasing people who are amazing, who might not have that spotlight. And I did it. I applied the first year, and I forget if I got to the semifinal or not a final, definitely not a final. But I got an email from Steve Boot and Katz Martin just telling me, like, we really like what you sent. You're really cool. I would love to use that choreography in my classes. And they also gave me some feedback and like constructive criticism. And that feedback and that criticism, I brought it back to when I applied to be a jammer. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was able to become a jammer. So just being able to listen to them and like realize that even though I did not get the presenter, it was just part of the larger goal. So just being able to just don't get upset if you don't get something. It's just part of something bigger.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, criticism, we've all got to take it, and I mean, it makes us a better person, especially when you take it on board, definitely. No, it's really good. Okay, was there a funny moment in your class or a jam session?
Okay, so in jam sessions, I have yet to have any like funny moments, or at least that I remember. If anyone has had that in my jam sessions, please let me know. But in a class, oh my God, I've lost my shoes countless times. Like I'm just like doing a step and I'm kicking, and suddenly the shoe flies. It's happened more than once. I think I lost my pants once.
Okay, that's interesting. How did that work?
Yes. So that was interesting.
In the UK, you know what pants stands for? Actually, pants is your underwear. I know in America it's your trousers.
Okay, no, I did not lose my UK pants. I lost my US pants. But I think that's about it. I feel like there's always been like that one time that you forget your music. It's happened. Or that you thought you charged your iPod, but you did not charge your iPod.
I've been there before, yeah, definitely.
Yes. So always have a backup, everyone.
Definitely. So what is it you love most about being an instructor?
Okay. Being able to inspire others in some way, shape, or form. And being able to lead a crowd. I know a lot of people, when they ask them, would you rather be an instructor or a student? Most people say student because they can keep learning, but I normally say instructor. it's such a good feeling to teach a class for me. Like being able to interact with the student, being able to inspire them, motivate them, like give them energy, like literally give them energy. To me, that's like so valuable, and I've only been able to do that through Zumba. So I will just say that it's the connection that you get from teaching, the connection. It's just something that I really, really appreciate, and I really, really miss right now.
Yeah, no, connecting with people, yeah, it's a powerful thing, especially as social beings. It's nice to, I know. So a lot of us have, as I was saying, a lot of us have, most of our friends are like Zumba related more than any other friends, we have, especially when you've been in it for so long.
Mm-hmm. There's like no separation. It's not like I have my friends outside of Zumba. No,
No, they all
get involved.
Not quite, but I know. I mean, yeah. Anyway, here Sarah Webb. She says she used to forget her trainers.
No, the trainers, sneakers.
Yeah, sneakers. That's
okay.
Exactly.
I'm learning.
Yeah, exactly.
That has happened to me too.
Yeah, there were some cases where I used to take my I put my shoes in my bag. Yeah, but I think most cases, it happened at one point too. I didn't forget them, but I was more like almost, Okay. So, what is it you love most about being a Zumba jammer?
I think so let me see. I'm able to expand the feeling that I get from teaching Zumba into a different perspective. So as a Zumba instructor, I'm teaching people who might not even be into Zumba that much, and I might be able to convince them to be into Zumba because they like my class or X or Y reason. Now, when I go as a Zumba jammer, I'm dealing with a group of people who already love this, right? So being able to connect with those people in a setting that they enjoy, which is a jam session, number one, ZIN benefit, by the way. So just being able to connect with them, really, like being able to connect with people that are already passionate about this and they love it, and I'm able to teach them choreography. I think one of the best feelings as a jammer is when somebody says, "Oh, I did your choreography and my students loved it." I'm like, okay, perfect. That's all I needed.
Job done.
And yep. So being able to get that feeling, like get that feedback from them, and just we all love it. So it's just being together in that room, in that setting, or that computer now. It's like so rewarding.
No, that's good, definitely. So, the whole pandemic and the current situation. How's your virtual classes been going? I know you probably have done virtual jam sessions as well. Enlighten us a bit on your experience.
So my classes, I feel like a lot of people started very, very strong and like good numbers, and it was great. I'd see a little bit of decline, I think, as people got used to like the virtual world and having so many options, and the weather here, at least, it's so much nicer and warm, and being that we can only do things outside, I think there's just many reasons it declined a little bit. But lately, I kind of started going up again, and I really like it. I think the fact that we're able to do this and provide this classes to our students, it's amazing. And as a CJ, same thing in terms of the numbers. They go up and down, which is fine. But I've been able to connect with so many people that I would not normally be able to connect with because I haven't been able to go to their country or their state or anything like that. So that's such a positive of the jam program, being able to go virtual. So yeah, I just think the virtual overall has been a positive because we're able to still do this.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Did you have any difficulties at the start?
Technology-wise?
Yes.
I feel like I kept learning and learning, right? So now I have a ring light that I never thought I was gonna get a ring light. So I feel like through feedback, yes. So at first I didn't have a light. Then I did not have an Ethernet cord. I didn't know that I needed one. So now I have one. I have a camera. I thought my computer camera was great, but I guess I need another one. So I feel like not necessarily something horrible has happened within my classes, but I feel like progressively I just invested more and more in teaching virtual.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, Laura Sanders, she says, I took my son's left trainer and my right trainer to class once. Luckily, had another pair in the car.
They match though.
Well, yeah. Anyway, luckily she had something. She had a spare in the car, so it was not too bad. Imagine taking, two different. Taking your son's shoes with you. That's fun. Brilliant. So let's go. Let's go to Q&A now, guys. If you have any questions, please drop them below, and we'll answer as many as we can.
Perfect.
Let's go through them. Let's have a look. So first question is Angie says, how do you keep motivated?
So many different ways, but mainly just seeing other people teach. I try to go into other instructors' classes virtually, just to like get a different energy. So this is through pandemic that I'm talking about, at least. Overall, in general, just going again to other classes. Like if there's somebody coming to my area, I try to make every effort to be there and support the event, but also just get inspired, just get different like energy, be a student. It's amazing to be a student at any point. And also, this doesn't mean that you have to only go when somebody else comes. Your own community is full of like things that you can be inspired by. So just, that. And I love Beyonce. So anytime that there's a concert or like now we have that new movie that she came out with, I'll watch everything multiple times. I get inspired. Like I don't know if it's the steps or the energy or what, but every time I see something Beyonce, a choreography is coming.
Was it Henry? He had a session called Beyonce.
Yes. Yes, I was part of it, and it's my favorite session. But I'm also biased.
Yeah, no, that's you. So So, got a question. How did you feel when you got the ZJ towel? What was your first feeling?
Overwhelmed, probably. I'm like, what does this mean now? Well,
it means you gotta get your.
I'm like, now I need to be nice. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So when I became a CJ, like going back to one of your questions at the beginning, I applied, but the way I applied was, let's say, I forget the date, the cutoff date to send your information was, I don't know, February 15th, let's say.
Yeah.
I'd send it like the day before, even though I had everything prepared for like months, because I was so afraid of like the process and am I going to be able to get it? Am I not going to be able to get it? So once I actually got it, I'm like, so I got it. Like I didn't think I was, and now that like it happened, now what? So I get overwhelmed. So that was the main thing, and then happy, obviously, but mainly overwhelmed at first.
How do you feel now as a Zumba jammer? Obviously, you've done many jams in the past. How do you feel the Zumba jam programs evolved over the years? Okay,
so I think in the past year has been, we went virtual, which is huge. So there's that. Over the years, I'm going to go specific to rhythms, because it's something that I do. And I love how the rhythms program has evolved. So I don't know if you remember, at the very beginning, rhythms was a whole different format. So you will learn 2 songs, and then the rest was history and core steps. And like, that was it. Which at that time in the Zumba world, I thought it was very necessary, because a lot of instructors were coming out of their B1 and then teaching their classes, and they weren't sticking to the formula per se. So bringing those rhythm jam sessions where you're just learning the core step again and really drilling that in and really talking about history of that music and all that was very important. Throughout time, that changed, and now we teach 4 choreographies, still including the history, still including the core steps, but we're doing it in a way that's more, I don't know, like less boring, I guess, because after you go to your first, I mean, it's true. If you go back then, if you went to a salsa jam session once, and then you kept going to salsa jam sessions, you were getting the same history over and over again. Now we do it, and we were more specific to the song that we're giving to you, where it's coming from, and all that. So I think it's just a little more, I guess, flexible with whatever the jammer is doing then.
Yeah, I remember doing I think it was a merengue rhythm jam session with Dory Wexler, and this was maybe just like just before convention by a few days. I think they were introducing it at the time. And I remember going through the history of it and doing 2 tracks. Obviously, they changed that.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, I see how that's. I agree. It's much better, and I can see how someone who'd be attending rhythm jam sessions, on a regular basis would be, spending half of it on a sit-down session, trying to go through the histories they've probably been through before. But it's nice if they just put a brief to it, skimmed through it, and then got to the choreo. That's brilliant, and that's how at least the rhythm jam sessions have changed.
Yeah, and I think it was very beneficial to the program. Now we have new specialty jam sessions, which they're going very well. We have gold, we have toning. We have toning? Yes, we have toning.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget because change keeps happening, and which is great.
I know. Yeah.
So I think the program has kept evolving in a positive way, and I think it's based on surveys. It's based on things that ZIN members are telling us. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So, is Zumba your full-time job?
No, it's not. I teach Zumba classes, but I also work at Starbucks. So it's
lovely.
Do you have? Yeah, I think you have Starbucks.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's cool. No, I love my coffee. Yeah, my wife's. I mean, she was a barista. She has been a barista in the past, and she makes our coffees at home. So
Trust me. Once you learn about coffee, like you see somebody like making their coffee without filter water, and you're just like, how dare you?
No, that's brilliant. That's cool. So it's brilliant. So you do that, do the jam sessions, you do Zumba classes. Oh, that's fun. Sounds like a nice combination to me. I think you're onto a winner.
It's great. It's a crazy at first making schedules and like organizing, but once you like get the hang of it, it's pretty fun.
Sheila, she asks, absolute best memory in Zumba. Do you have one?
Oh my god. There's so many. Hi Sheila, by the way. I love her. She's from New York and she's awesome. And also Dominican. Talking about that's the perfect memory. So I was able to go to Dominican Republic for ZIN 80, which was the first time that Zumba did a ZIN volume in Dominican Republic. That was so cool to me, like being able to go home and being able to do Zumba at home with all these people that like half of them I've met, half of them I haven't. In that group of people was Jamie Bueno, and she is someone that I've known for a long time, and being able to see her be part of that back in our home country, she's also Dominican, I think was like just really cool. Like it was something I never imagined that I would see. So that was one of my best. And then also I should probably say ZIN 84. I was able to be part of the CJs that were dancing behind Gina and Diego. So that was also pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds brilliant. 80. When was that? When did they do it in the Dominican? I'm trying to work that one out.
ZIN 80 was in the Dominican Republic.
Mhm.
It was February, maybe 2 years ago or 1
2
year.
years ago. Oh, lovely.
Was it 2 years ago? I think it's 1 year ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Rebate
thing
because
is,
of that.
I'm sure we're in the 80s at the moment, so it would have been recent-ish, you know. That's why I was intrigued, actually. No, that's brilliant. That's cool. We got Simone from Germany. She asked, can we take a virtual class with you and when?
Yes, I teach every Monday at 6:30 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern time. I will post information in the comments. It's via Zoom.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's cool. Have you got any jam sessions coming up or anything like that?
I do. I have one on August. Let me not get this wrong.
Got it right.
August 29th. It's a Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then I have one the following Sunday, September 6th, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Lovely. No, it's brilliant. Definitely put it in the comments as well.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Pedro, he asks, what is your goal in Zumba?
My goal in Zumba, I think I'm leaving that goal right now. It's always been the same, just to be able to make people happy and be myself happy as well. I would like to be a choreo jammer. That's probably my next goal, and I say it openly. So whenever that opportunity comes, I will definitely take it.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds good. It sounds like a nice progression, actually. That's brilliant. Yeah. Thanks, cool. So how was your first Zumba jam session? How did you feel? That must have been interesting.
I was nervous. So when you make your first, the way that it works normally is that you apply to be a Zumba jammer. They say, we like what we see. We're gonna make you go through a training. So you go through your training, you complete the training, and then you go ahead and do a test jam session, meaning we're going to film this session and you're going to send it to Zumba, and then they're going to say whether or not you're going to make it forward and become Zumba jammer officially. So the filming part to me was so scary. I had 4 different cameras recording because I was so afraid that one of them will not record and then I didn't have any material. So that was just nerve-wracking.
That's you 4. Crumbs, I can understand the backup. 4.
No. I was prepared.
You wanted to mix them in and stuff and cut them.
No, we can't edit them or anything. No.
It's a full-on production by the sounds of things.
No, I couldn't edit. It's not about that. Which is
I'm only teasing you, but you had enough material,
Yeah. So just having that in my mind was a little bit nerve-wracking, and then you have 30 people in front of you expecting amazing choreography and skills and all that. The way that becoming a jammer worked for me is that I lived in Rhode Island, here in the USA, and that's where I grew up as a Zumba instructor. Meaning I built my community there. I knew everyone there. So then I'm moving here. It's a great, beautiful community, but I had been here maybe for a year. So I was still getting to know people. So then this guy, like me, I come out and say, hey, I'm a jammer. Come to my jam session. Like, huh? So I was just like, I hope they are okay with me, being a jammer. Not that they wouldn't be okay, but just being part of the community and all that. But I was so happy with the outcome. Everyone was so supportive. Came to my jam session, promoted it. It was just overall a great experience. But I will not lie, I was nervous.
That's a good question. I should have. Yeah, that was a really good one. Well done. That was really good. Yeah. Sarah said, she says, I need to go to another jam. It's been a long time since I've been to one. So she needs to join José. Definitely.
No, jam sessions are great. I agree. Yeah. I was a jam junkie before I became a jammer.
Mm-hmm. That's good. There's a lot of comments about coffee. Coffee and Zumba.
Yes. Those of those who have like Saturday morning classes, you're gonna get your coffee prior to coming to
Yeah,
class.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, every morning it's like that for me. Couldn't. Yeah, it'd been interesting without it. There's a lot of love coming actually. Megan says, I love Jose's classes and jams.
Oh,
Yeah.
Megan is my friend. She's really awesome. I pay her to say that. No, I'm kidding.
Said too, yes, I'd love to see early videos of you as an instructor.
No, you do not want to see the videos of me as an instructor. Oh no, no, no. I'll be 100% honest. My movements were just very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
They're funny.
You know what? I think watching ourselves, really, it really benefits you in improving. You have to video yourself, and watch it, even though it's awful and it's hell, but it does make a better instructor. That's for sure, doesn't it?
Yeah, I used to, before becoming a jammer, I knew I wanted to become a jammer. So I will make myself choreograph every song in the mega mix and record myself, and just for myself, just for my own benefit, just so I felt like I was prepared. And it was definitely so beneficial, like so beneficial to me.
Brilliant. So, Terry, she says, have you always been such an amazing dancer?
That is also my friend, and no,
You shouldn't be saying they're friends. You say like, really? Oh, thank you very much.
No, definitely not. I don't think I don't consider myself an amazing dancer. I think I'm an amazing swim instructor, but no, definitely not. I
agree. I mean,
learned.
there's more to Zumba than dancing. Being an amazing dancer is about instruction and educating people. It's brilliant. It's definitely not. It's good. Here we've got Alfie. He says, I love Jose. Jose's co-jam with Niaz for choreo. You are good. That's what she says.
Thank you. I hope you're enjoying the songs. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Here, Enzu says, can you show us your favorite move?
From a chair.
Yes.
Probably salsa right and left.
Oh, that's the cue involved, huh?
Oh, actually, probably.
Yeah, it's always a space constraints, isn't it? Yes. Here, we've got Maria. She says, we miss him in RI.
Oh, I miss Rhode Island too. It's such a great community. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. Let's see if there's anything else I've missed here. Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, looks like we're all questioned out. Jose, do you want to introduce next week's guest?
I do like to introduce.
I do.
I'm trying to find her.
You're asking again. Jose, would you like to introduce next week's guest?
Yes. 1 second. Oh, I lost her.
Okay. Yeah, brilliant. You're getting a lot of love here. Sound like what you heard. Well, Pedro is going emoticon crazy.
Hey, Pedro. He likes these emojis.
He loves that.
He's
brilliant. Okay, Jose.
Okay, here. Sorry.
Yeah, no problems. So, would you like to introduce next week's guest?
Yes. Next week we have Anja Koenig. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. She's a swim instructor from Germany, and she's awesome.
She is a lovely lady, bless her. Yes. I look forward to seeing her next week. Should be fun. Lovely to chat with her. Definitely. Okay. Okay, we've got Ria Martin. She's just come out of a jam session. Says hello.
Story of my life, Ria. I just finished jamming. I feel like I say that
So I
a lot.
think she has jam sessions on Sundays. I think it's pretty regular.
I mean, weekends are like, what are weekends? Weekends are jams. Like, that's what they are.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that, Jose. You've been awesome. It was lovely to chat with you and get to know you this evening. Well, it is an evening here in the UK. It's about almost 9 p.m.
Only 4 p.m. here.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate taking the time and having me here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching and participating in our discussions. Tune in next week with myself and Anya. Thanks again. It's a goodbye from Jose.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
And it's a goodbye from me. Take care. See you Sunday. Bye-bye.